Welcome back to a quick intraday update. Right now, I have this chart of Nifty 50, and this is a daily chart of the index. So, I gave it a thought about the current readings, and I came to the conclusion that my earlier readings that this whole correction is a counter trend move is still right, maybe, and I'll still stick to it. So, I label this as a WXYXZ. So if I'm labeling this whole move as a WXYZ, then by common sense, I cannot label the next upcoming move as an impulsive move. So after a correction, a small retracement, I'll still believe that the ongoing move might be a part of a larger correction. So if I try to label this as WXYXZ, then this whole move from 18,600 to the lows of around 15,200 completes the whole W wave. And if this is W wave, then possibly this move is X wave, because I don't see the kind of impulsiveness this move might need, and so I've labeled this as a WXYXZ. And if I'm labeling this as W and this as X, and the move is still going higher, then possibly I come to the conclusion that the X wave, the counter trend bounce in X wave, is still not over, and even the X wave is subdividing. So there's a strong resistance around the area of around 18,200 to the highs we made around 18,600. So by that logic, I would be more than happy to mark this move as W of X, then this move as W X of X, and then Y. Then possibly if we do that Y wave, I don't know where it goes. Say possibly we break above the high which we made around last month. On 14th, the high was around 18,100. So say possibly we break above 18,100, then there's a chance that the wave Y is even getting extended on the higher side, and there's a chance that we might test other resistances on the line, which could be 18,300 and even 18,600, as we saw it in the case of Bank Nifty, where it made a double top kind of scenario, and it is still hovering around the same level right now. So WXY, that would make us a larger X wave, and from there we really need to evaluate whether this counter trend move is over or not, and do we really start that impulsive move on the downside once we really complete the counter trend up move, the X wave. So this is my take on Nifty. I'll not be bearish on the markets yet, unless there's a clear cut breaking down sign. But yeah, I'll still be ready for the wave Y that could take us towards the resistance area of 18,200 to 18,600, anywhere in between. And talking about Bank Nifty, the banking has been outperforming for a while, and I was talking about this resistance area. So 41,800 roughly. So then I really need to look at the overall counts to see if this is 1 2 1 2, then 3 4 3 4 5. If the whole rally is completed over here, then probably if I mark this as wave 1, then I have to mark this as an A wave, or a W, this as B or X, and the next move as C or Y. But there are other alternatives open as well, where I can simply take this whole move as wave 4, and then I could conclude that the whole rally from COVID has actually ended over here around 41,800, and I could it could just mean that we have made a truncated kind of top. But I still don't know, or I don't have much clarity to say whether we have ended one over here or one over here. So let's assume that we have ended one over here, looking at the looking at the corrective move we had from 32,200 levels to around 41,800. Let's assume that if we have made one over here, then this whole move is a counter trend move in W. I'll take the markers. Then this whole move is W, X, Y, X, Z. This is W, this is X, and possibly if we don't go higher above 41,800 levels, that would be a sign that wave Y has started. So this is the setup I'm looking at, and I'm not very bearish on the indices. They both are very strong, and it's not worth it to short them at these levels unless there's a clear cut breakdown sign. At least for a trend reversal, the levels which are very important is the 20 EMA, which stands around 40,236. So that's roughly 1100 points high lower from here. So I really need to evaluate the accounts, and I would hope that from here on, whenever the counter trend move develops or ends, we at least see a impulsive move on the downside. So that would help us in projecting very safely, and we would get the downside targets possibly. So that was it for the video. Thank you.